Hello and welcome back. So I have done quite a lot off camera, so I want to show it off. First things first, I made this pattern encoder, and I just want to show the recipe one more time. I showed it to you in the last episode as well, and I want to show you how to use it in just a moment. I've also moved my deep storage unit over here, and behind it, right in here, I have a precision export bus which exports cobblestone into it. And I have switched the south to an end because otherwise you cannot take stuff in that way. So it is filled with cobblestone. Well, there can be much more cobblestone in it, but we don't have any more. I also want to apologize. I made a mistake in a earlier episode. I said that I basically reversed fuzzy and precision imports. So I have changed this back here that leads into my centrifuge into a fuzzy, because now it will take all combs and put in that way, because it ignores NBT data. And all combs have the same item ID, well, all forestry combs. But there's a special B code in the applied energetics that means it will take all combs. So, now that's covered, let's take a look downstairs. This, I cannot remember if I changed this on camera or off camera, but you can see it goes in here, and that has removed the spilling, which is quite cool. And I have put a lever here to turn this on and off, but as you saw, we have no more cobblestone in the system. So and here I'm making emeralds, and cool little spring when you do it, and then it's being refueled with power. And over here I have removed the cable to be back here, and I have added a powered furnace because the one upstairs just got overfilled, and it is receiving items from up from in back there. And underneath it I have an ME interface, one of these right here, which it's put its stuff into, and then it will get into the system. And this box here has its cable underneath the floor here, actually right there, which goes into the system. And I will explain how that works in just a moment. I tried doing it the last episode, but without all the components it was a bit hard. So first we grab a stack of cobblestone, we go to the pattern encoder, and it works kind of like a crafting table. You draw something over here and it will give you a recipe. But as you can see, it's ghost icons, and I cannot take the furnace out. I can remove it, but I didn't get anything out of it. So you take one of your blank patterns, add up here, and then you press encode. Now this is encoded. You can see craft one furnace with 8 cobblestone. Then we can go downstairs. Click on our ME molecular assembling table. You can see there's already some stuff in here. But you take it, place it in there, and then it changes to look like a furnace. And if I take any of the other stuff out, it will change into that pattern. So it's just to show you what you have the ability to make. And you have pages here. Now what this means is, if we click on this, I don't know if I had put this here last episode, but now I have put an ME terminal here. And change this to only craftables. These will show up, and we can, for instance, say craft me an impregnated frame. And you can tell it how many you want, and let's just make one. Press begin, and change this to everything, and say frame. And we have one impregnated frame in here. Pretty nice. And if I remove it, you can see I have the ability to craft one. And instantly I got one. So that's quite cool. Now, one more thing. Down here, I've made a little room, as you can see. Oh, and here you can see the cables that I was talking about a moment ago. And underneath the floor, see I have... I might have to change this a bit, but you can see I have all bushes. And there's some berries right there, actually. So I have this guy who goes around, picks them up, and there used to be another guy down here who put them in here. Don't know where he has gone. Possibly he's jumped down here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. But the idea here was to... the cobblestone is just to prevent them from going on to the bushes, because that hurts them. And then I wanted to keep it dark, so the bushes could actually grow. But I can see I need to change the design a little bit, because it's not working as intended. As you can see. So, yeah. That was, I think, the stuff I made off camera, with a few exceptions of changing some trees, and I got lots of these cherry trees, and I set my farm here to cherry trees, but I have also turned it off because I want to change something inside it this episode. And I will show that to you soon. But first I want to show a bit more about how this works. So I've shown you you can do stuff if you have the recipe. What if you don't? For instance, I want to make... or actually, if you don't have the resources. I wanted to teach my thingy to make ME cables. You can shift click the question mark. This is thanks to Not Enough Items add-on, I believe, that adds that ability. So you don't really need the resources, you can just do this, and then you have one encoded for that. But I also want the flux dust here, so... code. Now, I want to be able to make these as well. Redstone we will dig up. The quartz dust we will dig up as well, even though you can put it through normal or I will just try again. The citrus quartz you can put through a macerator to get the dust as well. But seeing as I need the quartz crystals and you get dust when you dig, I don't want to do that unless I am in big need of it. So I won't make that automated. I want to keep that manual. But nether quartz dust, I could do that manually, automatically, because we do have a lot of nether quartz. See if we have some dust. We do have that, so we probably won't need to do it. But how you do it is you put in the recipe over here, in this case nether quartz. You see no recipe shows up, but then you can put in dust and code. I have a blank pattern that says nether quartz can be turned into nether quartz dust. So we go downstairs, click on this one, we put in this and this. We do not put this in, because it won't, see it turned red, it doesn't know how to do it, because it can't be done in a crafting table. So that's why I have done something up here. Right in here there's a cable, and this is just above our polarizer. Click on that, and you can see there's some processing. You can put that in there. That will tell it, the system, that if you put in another quartz into that interface up there, it should bring back nether quartz dust. So just for fun, we will press dust, take out all our nether quartz, and then we will just make one. And we should see this over here working. Or is the dust already back? Yeah, we got one. So it goes fast, but it made one. Send it through the pulverizer. Perfect. So we should be able to make cables. So let's just take out the cables. And you know what? Just to test something, we will take out... let's just type in dust and take this out as well. Just because I want to test if I believe it will craft the dust as well that it needs. So see, we have one flux dust. It's because it makes 2 each time and it needed 3. And we have 3 ME cables. So that's how that molecular assembler works. I think it's a pretty cool way to craft your stuff, and I'm going to teach it a ton of recipes. Because I think it's a cool way to make stuff. Now that we have covered that, I will just take a sleep in hopes that the ring goes away. So I'll be right back. I can only sleep at night. I thought it was night. Apparently not. In that case, we will make some something I've wanted to do for a while, but just didn't have the resources for. We will make this chrono type. And just as many as we can. We could make 3. That's at least a start. I will actually teach this one to make these. Just because it's a nice thing to be able to make. So we also need some fence. And then we need to go back out here. So 1, 2, 3. And then we go this way. And 1, 2, 3. We don't want that there. And I think I might want to close this off as well. And we definitely need some more fences. We will get a gate now, which I realize I need to put something on top here. Yeah, because else he will go on top of it, which I don't want to. So let's get some more fences. And for now we will just use these because that's what we have on hand. You will go back into your pen, please. Thank you. No. Don't do that. You bastard. Okay. So what have we learned? Well, cows are bastards for once. We've also learned to do this beforehand. Now I just need to figure out which way is the right way. But honestly, I cannot remember. We also need some power out here. Because of course these things run on power. So, where did the cow go? Oh, he was fast. Oh, there you are. Good. So I will try to get him back in his pen and put out some power, and then I'll be back. Okay, guys. So as you can see, I have made some more real fences and added that to the top. I've also dug down underneath, let's just show you, and placed in some cables. So they get power, and they are turned this way, so you want the purple side the way you want it to send, and the blinking side is the side it's pulling from. And if we look inside it, we can see it has power, no work, and it's in between time. And we can set it to move babies or adults. And as standard, it will be set to babies all around. And it will be looking in a 3x3 area, so that little chick there is just hiding outside its field of view. If we turn this one on, we should see the chickens start to mate, I think. Yeah, there we go. And that should result in our baby chicken. Cannot see the chicken, but I got the XP. And the same thing here. And the XP, and you see the baby. And it should get pulled any moment. This one. Yeah, there you see. So now we have a baby cow, baby chicken, and baby pig. Perfect. So what do I want to do now? I want to add 3 more chronotypers, just to pull them all the way into the same pin in here. Or we could just... nope, they don't... we cannot put upgrades inside this, so they will only look inside a 3x3 area. So to make sure it works, I want a chronotyper here, pulling from this pen into this one. I want a chronotyper here, pulling from in here into this one. And once again here. And over here we will set up a slaughtery. So for that, we need something else. I cannot remember what it's called. So let's do like this. And not the harvester, not the block breaker. Grinder? It's the grinder we want. Yes, it's the grinder. So we want to be making some grinders. That shouldn't be too hard to make. So first off, let's see, I don't think we have a golden sword lying around somewhere. We do. I wonder if we can do it with this damaged version. And then we need these machine thingies. So let's craft 6 of those. What was the last? Piston. That's going to require some more of this. And unfortunately I cannot put it in here because then it will just be sucked out instantly. So we will do it the old-fashioned way. And just grab a bunch. And we will try one more time. Nope, it cannot be done with the damaged golden sword, so we will have to make one. So, ta-da! Grinder. Perfect. Again, this will need power and all that stuff. And again, I think it's a 3x3 area. Oops. So I need more fences and thereby more sticks. So we will put the grinder here. Perfect. Actually, put that there, because we need another cool thing on top of the grinder. A chest, actually. And let's see if I have one lying around. I want to use a ender chest. I don't. And let it go. There we go. We are missing wool. Good stuff. Do I still have my cables on me? I do. Perfect. And then we will place that on top here. And we will need some power, so we are digging down here. And we should hit that power. And you can see it's grinding away. So you will also need a tank behind it. But for now, I don't even think it has an internal... Oh, it does. Good. So how do we test if this works? First off, I want only to pull adults into that last pen. So maybe we will have to wait until we get an adult. We could also just... We should see these dying in a moment. I think. Would you please go and die? Maybe it can't kill babies, then it doesn't matter what we pull in here. Weird. Okay guys, I don't know why the chicken isn't dying. So I will just have to figure that out, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, I haven't quite figured out if I was right about the grown-up thing, but I've definitely made some more chronotypers, and they are working, and no one is dying in here, which is a bit annoying, but they are only babies, so kind of okay. So you will die now for being a grown-up, and you'll die for being a grown-up. So now babies should be pulled from here, here and here straight into here, and once they grow up they should die. Some of you may have noticed I've put some power over here and wondered why that is. Well, I will show you, because I have a plan. Let's put this in here for now. Just in case. This I shouldn't be needing anymore. And then I want to make something called an veterinary station. So it requires these empty syringes, which are made like this. So let's make some of those. And we did not have enough plastics. In that case, we will have to go over here and mix them. And go back here and ask for some rubber. We have some of that. Now let's just do 32. And let's hope this one down here is not working either. Isn't? Good. And then we should be able to craft some plastic sheets. then let's try again. Good. And yes, I have some spare syringes. Let's just grab the last one. And let's see what we can use those for. Because there is another cool thing I want to make. There's the zombie syringe, which is and then we have the slime embiggening syringe, and there should be, yeah. Then we have the health syringe and the growth syringe and de-zombification syringe. Now this will work on zombies, I believe, villager zombies. Don't know if it works on other kinds of zombies. But this one is awesome, because it will make us able to grow the babies fast. This zombie syringe works similar to the growth syringe, but there is a chance that you end up with a zombie instead. Now, I cannot remember exactly how big the chance is or what happens if you make a zombie cow. I think it just turns into a normal zombie. The pig, however, I believe turns into a zombie pigman, but I am not completely sure of that either. So, just a fair warning. So let's see if we have some golden nuggets. We do. And I'm pretty sure we also have some carrots. And 3 of those should be more than we need, because I also want to test the zombie syringe. And just for fun. So we will go back and take a look, and the pig is gone. Oops. You can see we have gotten a bit of essence in here, so it has definitely killed the pig, so I'm pretty sure I am correct. It only kills grown-ups. You can see the veterinary station is placed, power is being given, and if we put in this, it turned one of the chickens to grown up. And it leaves the empty syringe in there. And I want to test this, so let's turn these on. Can I move your butt? To see if something... Why are you not getting pulled? There we go. And you should be pulled straight away again. What happens if I poke you with my zombie syringe? You turned into an adult. See, now we have no more syringes. The pig got killed by... yeah, so they need to be adult before they're killed, which is fine. And all the stuff that they dropped should be dropped in here. I don't know why there was feathers there. Maybe that's because Tinker's Construct have added more feather drops and more leather drops from cows, so maybe they don't get pulled the excess. Could you please go in front of... I know how I can make you walk where I want you to. Look, I have seeds. Come to me, chicken. Come on. Are you stuck in the corners? It seems like it. That's annoying. You will stay out there. But what happens is everything they drop should end up in here and thereby be pulled through the system. But they also generate some mob essence. it's called, and we have 400 milli buckets of that. So 200 per mob. So it takes 5 mobs to kill before we get a bucket full. But I also want to use that mob essence for something. But I want to automate the veterinary stations first before I start adding the mob essence. But you see the system, and I hope you like my idea here. And before I just finish it off with the veterinary station and stuff, I want to show you... Okay guys, we're getting close to that wrapping up point. And, oh yeah, I removed my bookcases here and set them up here along with a anvil. I'm getting a lot of books by now. So I've decided to do a bit of Thaumcraft research before we end up, and then I will do the farm thing in next episode, because we just don't have the time to do it. So I will go back downstairs. And let's see what we get. Unknown research. Fluxometer. That's a Thaumic Tinkerer. And I have never made any of the Thaumic Tinkerer stuff before, so this is going to be interesting. No, it did not have any of those in them. How about seeds? Let's use those. Magic version. After research of the flux itself, you think that you make use of one of your early discoveries, the thermometer, to measure flux. What did we have inside that one? None of those, apparently. So let's try the water shard, just to see if it gives us anything. I doubt it. We have trapdoor, let's grab those as well. Again, not something I think... no. No. So as you can see, I'm a bit fumbling in the dark here. I think there's only one left, but... Tatio, magic... Maybe it's Purus. So... Oh, it was there. Silver trees. It would make sense. No. No. So... yeah, books maybe. No books. What? Maybe some amber. There's just so much different stuff that could potentially be in here. So, we are just... no. 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 Just, yeah, it could be Visum. There we go. And complete with that discovery. The fluxometer. Right there. Through the research of flux itself and through the usage of your early discovery, the thermometer, you managed to discover an upgrade for it. So we need the thermometer, some gold and some flux filters. This is a new detector. The fluxometer can measure the flux in the nearest relative node. While looking at the fluxometer with goggles of revealing, the holder can see what flux is in the air. The flux displays as icons. The occupancy of each icon indicates how much of that aspect is in the aura. If you look close, you can see maxed out aspects as a bit unstable. It sounds interesting, so we might have to make that at some point. But we have reached and passed that wrapping up point at this late stage in the show. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And next time we will take a look at that farm area I promised you. So until next time, take care of yourself.